Welcome to this week's edition of The Link. We always keep our promise to give you information you can use and opportunities. And this week we're dealing with information you can use, but there could be opportunities in there, especially of an investment type. You have heard of this thing called a fixed deposit account. I'm sure you have heard of it. And you have heard people saying, you see, I'm going to fix my money. And it sounds very cool. Today we want to understand what is fixing money in a bank and how does a fixed deposit account actually work, and why should you seek to know how it works. My guest tonight is Mr. Daniel Babonereirwe, who is a regular panelist now here from Banking Consultant and having more than 20 years of experience in the banking industry. Dan, welcome once again.
Thank you, Sam.
Fixed deposits. Let's start with the basics. What's a fixed deposit account and how does it work?
Good evening, viewers. And before we go that side, I just want to have a joke I had in a bank. This is a client of ours who actually came in the bank and asked us, can you give me one good reason why I should keep money with your bank and not under the mattress? And gambling around the reasons, then the man said, no, security is not enough. I have a dog. and it provoked me into thinking. So as he was talking about fixed deposit, we have always been talking about loans and credit. But the other side of the bank, because the loans are assets of the bank, and the deposits are liabilities of the bank. And the banks are financial intermediaries who get from surplus spending units of the economy and lend to the deficit spending units of the economy. They
get from those who have money to lend to those who don't have.
Yes, some people have more money than the ideas of using it, or more money than the energy to pursue the ideas. Because if you have more money, more energy to pursue the ideas, sometimes you can make much better money from it. But this money you put, so the fixed deposit account is money you remove from, say, a current account or a savings account and fix it for a period, meaning that in that period you are not going to be utilizing that money or withdrawing it. So that it's so certain. And on the bank side, it needs this money, that certainty, to know that we still have your money for, say, 6 months or 1 year, so they can be able to know how much money they'll be having. If they have that money on a current account, it's not so definite, because if I have 1 billion on current account, I'm not so sure when it will be withdrawn. It can be withdrawn, the whole of it, tomorrow. But if it's on a fixed deposit, you cannot just walk in and say, I want my 1 billion right now. Yes.
Okay, there are terms. Okay, so the idea of fixing is really fixing time.
Fixing time. Yes, it's the same calculation, the principle, the amount, the rate, and the time. Yes.
If there are 3 types of accounts, savings, current, and fixed deposit.
Yes.
Why would I use a fixed deposit account? In what circumstance would I choose a fixed deposit account?
Going back, I'm trying not to go back to economic theory. Economic theory, you have 4 reasons of holding money. You have the speculative motive, the precautionary motive, the investment motive, and probably the spending motive. There's money you want to spend anytime, so that one you have to hold it on a current account. There is money you are speculating. This one might be bringing me a deal today or tomorrow. That one you might put it on a savings account, or you are accumulating for investment. You might put it on a savings or fixed deposit account. And the one for precautionary, you might as well put it on a fixed deposit account or a savings account. Because this is a what if. What if I fall sick and I need money? But you are not going to need it, and you know whether you will need it. So you'd rather put it on a fixed account. If the eventuality doesn't happen, it still earns you money. So you need to put it. But as a determinant one, there are also four reasons in which you should decide which account to hold money in. Investment.
Let's focus on the fixed deposit.
Yes. Because why I'm bringing the 4 reasons as well.
Yes.
in holding money, there is also, you have to put in some magazine or science and say, because the money, the holding of money must have that, what you call the flexibility. If I need my money, can I switch it from this product to the other product?
Okay.
For example, if it's a bond, could you break it immediately? Or if it's a savings account, it's more flexible than a fixed deposit account. Anytime you can walk in and withdraw without prior arrangements.
Okay.
But a fixed deposit, you cannot withdraw without, for example, writing to the bank, I want to break it.
Okay.
It's called breaking, not withdrawing.
So, if I want the bank to keep that money for a fixed amount of time,
yes,
and I might generally not withdraw it until that time is expired, that's when I put it there. Investment-wise, how does a fixed deposit account help me?
Okay, so the fixed deposit account, it's a near liquid asset, or it's a liquid asset, but which is earning.
Liquid means it can.
Liquid, it's cash.
Cash available.
Cash. I mean, if I go there tomorrow and I say I want my 1 billion, I was expecting interest of 11%, but now I've got a business venture which is going to earn me 30%.
Yeah.
I really would not hesitate breaking that fixed deposit. Okay. So I have cash which is there. So I have a house which I want to buy. It needs a lump sum. Yeah. So I'm not going to keep that lump sum on a current account. I be charged for keeping money.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I'd rather earn that 11% than having this money reduced every month through ledger fees. Okay. Even when I'm not withdrawing it.
So the fixed deposit earns me money. How?
It earns you money.
How does it earn me money?
Remember the other side, we were saying the banks get money from depositors and lend it to those who are borrowers. Now, that is how you make money, because the bank is also trading with your money. So they are giving you that 11% and probably lending it at 18 or 24. Yes. So it's not your concern whether they lose the lending. For you, fixed money with them. Money. When you want to come and have it, you have it. Okay. The risk of lending is theirs, not yours.
Okay. So when I put the money there, we agree that you give me 11%, and that's how I make the money. That's annually.
Yes,
now,
yes.
I have fixed the money for 11% for 12 months. 6 months come, and problems come. I want my money. What happens? Can I still earn the money?
That's why we talked about the speculative motive. If you know your motive is speculative, your likelihood of breaking it is high. Yeah. That's where you negotiate. You could agree to reduce on the rate a bit, but with the flexibility of drawing halfway without losing all the interest. And you could lose it relatively. You could lose a percentage of that interest, not the whole of it. Okay. So that you don't lose out completely.
So the likeliness is, if I get the money before the term expires, I may not get all the interest.
You may not. But as well, different banks, I'm not speaking for any particular bank, the different banks have different flexibilities around it. There's what you call a window account in a fixed deposit. Fixed deposits also have types. Yes. So there's what you would call a window account in a fixed deposit. Yeah. So it's most used regularly to say that, say for example, I'm a salary earner. I might say I'm going to be adding 1/3 of my salary every month. Every month I keep accumulating on that fixed deposit. That is easily allowed. But the other side is that should I need some money, I can withdraw up to 1/3 without losing money.
There is that flexibility in there.
Yes. But that is from bank to bank and from client negotiations on how you have agreed with your bank.
Speaking about negotiations, how should I approach negotiation? What are the variables considered in negotiating with the bank on how much interest I get from my fixed deposit, other than them giving me the interest they want?
Your ability or power to negotiate is inversely proportional to the amount and the length of time you are keeping the money.
Amount and time?
Yes. So if you are keeping it for a long period, it's much easier to negotiate. Okay. If you are keeping big sums of money, let's say 1 billion, say 100 million, so the higher it is, the more the power you have to negotiate. But if you are saving only 300,000, chances are you will take the rate the bank gives you.
Okay.
There is nothing much. You are wasting the bank's time to negotiate over 100,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Final remarks on fixed deposit as we end?
Yeah, fixed deposits, we just need to look at it also. Maybe in the as you work and you are towards retirement, it's also a good way of making passive income. Passive income meaning you no longer have all that energy, or you just don't want to, because you have worked enough, you now want to relax a bit. So you put your money there. Now the money, instead of working for the money, now the money is working for you.
Like you get your NSSF?
Yes.
And you put in the bank.
Now you can actually now agree with the bank. Monthly, I want my interest. I don't want to touch my principal, but monthly, put my interest on my current account, on my savings account, so that I don't have to ask you to withdraw that. Then the other part is that if we actually analyze most of the businesses we do, or even say buildings, for example, we are so much attached to buildings, but you'll find the rate of return on buildings and on savings account. The savings account is higher than on buildings. Okay. With all the headaches of tenants and whatnot. Okay. But of course, there is advantage in also the other advantage of the.
In the 10 seconds, if I earn interest from fixed deposit, does the government tax me?
Yes, please. it taxes you a certain percent, 20% now. I think. Yeah. Yes.
All right. So when I earn the interest 11%, 20% of the 11.
It used to be 15. I'm not so sure.
All right, but there's some tax.
Yes.
On the interest.
Yes.
Ah, okay. So the taxman will want some cut. Yes. That's important to know for people who are using fixed deposits, that I'm not going to get all the money finally. The bank is going to withhold.
Yeah, but you can calculate all that in advance and know the actual amount you are going to get.
Okay.
Yes, but there's nothing that is not taxed in our life
nowadays. Yes. Thank you very much, Dan, for that enlightenment on fixed deposit. Yes. Viewers, you have heard that animal called fixed deposit. It's not very complicated. It's mainly a savings vehicle where you put your money there and they give you interest. But you need to know all those dynamics, including negotiation. The more money you have, the better you have negotiating power. This, the link was brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. I'm sure Standard Chartered Bank has fixed deposit accounts and they have their own policy. Please go and visit them and find out their terms. We hope we added value to you this evening. Thank you for joining us tonight.